Okay, so we got... Oh. This is the most space I've had in the studio in quite a while.
It's because I'm not there.
Well, lucky as we can be. All right, here we go. Somebody call my agent. My hair is lifting. Hey, folks! Welcome back to Lions Crossroads. As you guys can see, it's only me right now. We have Haley, who's Haley. Wow. We have India, who's going to be remoting in right there. There's India. Waved hello to everybody. There we go. All right.
Like double layers of technology, which is really, really risking it for us.
Indeed. We have so many different layers of stuff going on here, guys. Here's another a tricky one. I'm gonna try both of us the same size. Here we go. Oh, that's weird looking. All right, I kind of got this like cool little thing around me. So we got some folks here. We're gonna chat a little bit about enough time for folks to show up and to say hey to us. So this is our first live stream of 2024, and as you can see, India is not in studio this week. Unfortunately, she's a little under the weather, and we want to keep everybody as healthy and safe as we can, because boy, there's some bugs going around, and I know quite a number of people who have had quite a rough run of it. How you doing, India?
Yeah. I'm here. I might sound a little bit nasally and icky. I've definitely got the ick. And important LARP life hack: don't spread the ick to your friends.
Don't spread the ick. Don't spread the icks. Stay home. Stay home indeed. So we got a whole bunch of really cool news, and we're going to throw back and forth to each other. We got some cool footage from upcoming episodes coming up, and some cool announcements, some cool perks to throw at you. So we're going to get this ball rolling with, I think, so we got something for you folks in the chat to kind of get a poll about right now. We have two things that we've added to our merchandise, and I think that y'all should know about it. Here's why. It's awesome, number one. Number two, it's what those things are, and I'm pulling them up right now. I hope I can work it out. All these screens, all of this different stuff. Oh, okay, so we're on our merch channel, and dang it, it's not working. All right, merch channel, and we're down here. India, your face will come back soon, I promise. But as we can see there, we have two new objects.
Look at me.
We have two new objects in our store rundown that we're really, really excited for. My favorite addition is the Dissonance shower shoes. I think that they are excellent. I look forward to using them for all of my LARP showering needs. They are stylish, they are cool, and they will make you shower 10% faster. Nearly guaranteed.
For legal reasons, we cannot guarantee that.
And of course, we have Dissonance leggings. Now, we've already even sold a pair of these, so they are one of our most popular sellers already. But here is some. Can I click on this, India? I can.
You should be able to, yeah.
Wow! All right. So here's our store page, and I wish I had a way to get us both on that. So here's our store page, and it's showing those kick-ass Dissonance leggings and the Dissonance. I'm going to switch back here so I can get that over there, so I can get you back over here. This is hard. All right. And there we are. Okay. Whew. So, cool new merch.
I'm asking for a lot of clicks from you tonight.
It is a lot. Running this solo over here is a bit much for Smooth Brain here to handle, but we're getting through it. Guys, I want to, again, thank you for coming out and checking us out. Definitely want to throw to the cool new things that we have at the merch store. But most importantly, we had some LARP go on this month. Unfortunately, I was not able to make it to the Atlanta game that happened, but India did. India, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, it was cold. It was very, very cold. It was kind of drizzly and rainy. So not ideal LARPing weather, but it it was still a fun time. Everybody was really bundled up and warm, except for me, because I spent most of my time actually volunteering in the kitchen. And I will say this is my first time working in a LARP kitchen,
Hmm.
and the things that you just kind of pick up about the game is so funny because you're always in the tavern and there's so many secrets happening, and you're just kind of sitting there like, that's a good piece of information. And I just kind of did reconnaissance between the tavern and NPC camp a couple times.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of fun, and if you guys have never helped out in the kitchen at all, please always do. Even if it's just to wash a load of dishes. The kitchen staff works extremely hard, and they deserve as much of the help as they can get. So, hey, this time this year, go volunteer in the kitchen. Just wash some dishes.
Most
They'll
definitely.
appreciate it.
Most definitely. Even if you're just taking out some garbage for them, it makes a huge difference. And
Yes.
aside from LARP runners themselves, I have not seen more stressed out people than those trying to feed that amount of people in that small amount of time. When you're, for those of us who have worked in food service industries, for that type of staff to turn over that many people in that small amount of time is Herculean, especially for the bigger games. So my beanie hat is off to you, everyone who's worked in the kitchen of a LARP. You are the real heroes of the game because you feed us.
It gave me a new appreciation for every LARP game I go to where they feed us, and a new appreciation for the fact that we have food trucks at Crossroads.
For real. Yeah, we one of the things that myself and India during our mini GM owner meetings have patted ourselves on the head for last year, getting out of last year, is those food trucks for Crossroads. It's really added not only food but just a weight off of our logistical shoulders of not having to worry about are the deliveries going to get here on time? Do we still have to wait? Who went off site to go eat? Just having it right there. And everybody who's come out to food vend for us has been an absolute gem and a joy to have out. And I'm looking to book all of them for next year as well. So looking forward to that. So Atlanta happened. What else? What else are you bringing
Yes.
home from Atlanta news-wise?
News-wise, there was a announcement at their opening remarks on Friday night that Tony and Kelly are passing off the ownership to one of their staff members, David, who, if you guys have been to a town hall or come to Crossroads or actually traveled pretty much anywhere, he travels a lot.
Yeah.
You would have met David or his character Heinrich. Um, or his many bits, bobs, snacks, and drinks that he sells as his character.
Hmm.
So they're in the process of transitioning ownership over to him, actually.
That is really awesome. And so that would make so Kelly and Tony are handing off to Heinrich. And guys, if you watch the channel, you've seen him. He's been at almost as many games as I have. Dude has played everywhere. He's a great guy. I'm
Yeah.
again.
And
He
he's been
is.
on their plot for a while too, so he's very familiar with the storyline that Atlanta was taking for the next couple of years.
Mhm.
So I think the goal there is to have a seamless transition where the story doesn't change all that much, and so anybody coming to play Atlanta doesn't feel like it's a suddenly different game. So
Yeah, yeah, and that's
congratulations to David, and I know he'll do great.
yeah. Congrats, guys, and a smooth changeover from owner to owner as a chapter evolves is always the best way to do it. It keeps the lineage together, it keeps your plot lines together, and it keeps your community together. So Tony, Kelly, thank you so much for starting Atlanta and bringing the alliance as far south as it's been. And you guys were the spearhead, and you broke you broke the ice cube for us. And I can't wait to see what David brings to the table in the next Atlanta game, which is March 8th through March 8th and 9th, because they don't play on Sunday. There is.
Right.
And if they
Cleanup day
change it,
on Sunday.
check out their chats in their Discord to see if all of their updated information. Can't wait to hopefully get out and actually play that Atlanta game. I'm hoping These knees don't work so much when it's cold out, and it's tough for me to get warmed up these days. So hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer, and we can get
You
out
can
to
hide in the
Atlanta.
kitchen by the dishwasher with me, Tab. It's nice and steamy right there. You'll stay nice and warm.
Could work out. Could work out. So, folks, we got some more stuff to go on about. We have some more news, but we're going to try to give you some more visual appealing. I accidentally false started it due to my mismanagement of my prompts here. So we're going to start a little montage, and we're going to talk about some things that you see during said montage. And it starts off with a gorgeous shot of the Minnesota Castle game. We really enjoyed our time at the Minnesota Castle game this year, and it's a wonderful example of the Midwest game. Get out and play Minnesota. Get out and play Wisconsin. Get out and play Chicago. All great games. Can't wait to see when you guys get on the calendar. We will shout it to the high heavens and let them know. I'm very much looking forward to getting back out there.
Oh, yeah. And, I was thinking about Minnesota the other day because of the last Castle event. For anybody who wasn't there, they had an event happen where their Earth circles were destroyed. And, the rest of us were travelers. We just got to leave. Minnesota players have to deal with that. So I can't wait to go see what's going on this season at Minnesota.
It's always fun to just show up every, once or twice a year at chapters and just see what has happened. Now, our footage has moved on to the wonderful NEPA site. Now, this is a dual-use site. They use it for a couple of different LARP-esque games. So your paintball, what's the other one with the plinking and stuff. Airsoft. So they got a bunch of cool obstacles here. We're going to fly over the entire NEPA site. It was our first visit with the channel this year to the NEPA chapter. I had a blast. We have some great footage of that castle fight down there. I think we've shown a little bit to a couple of people here and there, but the breadth of their site, what they can do with it, I'm very, very excited to see where NEPA is going to take this little site. They have some, if you look in the woods, like center screen right now, that's their proposed building area. So I'm very, very looking forward to what they're going to be putting up out at NEPA. And NEPA, as well as the next chapter that we're going to switch to right now, this is a fly through of the New Hampshire side. New Hampshire is a place where, India, you want to get this year.
I do so bad.
Yeah. So cool thing about New Hampshire, one, if you go there, you're going to meet Susie. That's awesome. And you're going to meet the rest of the New Hampshire players, which are just as cool as Susie is. Susie came down here and shot at Crossroads, and we went up there and shoot a shot in New Hampshire, and I can't wait to get you on the same side as her again in her home turf. As we're looking at the New Hampshire site here, it's a little rough drone fly-through. The coolest thing about the New Hampshire site, guys, is that it's a permanent site like Crossroads, and the footage that you're seeing now, they've already done so much more work. This is almost 2 years ago now, this footage, because I couldn't put up the drone during my visit this year. It was too rainy. So they have more structures. They had a very, very successful fundraiser to help them with some flooding that they had. So now they've remediated that and took care of that. I cannot wait to get back up there and see how much more is there at New Hampshire to play with. In New Hampshire and NEPA, and one more chapter that we don't have any footage for this weekend because we didn't get to them last year is Gettysburg. The three of those chapters are combining their powers to have a regional event this year. That's right, folks. So their regional is going to be on October 11th, 12th, and 13th. It's going to be a regional event. So New Hampshire, NEPA, and Gettysburg are all throwing it. I believe the main plot staff is coming out of New Hampshire, but I, again, could be wrong. Check for details. They are, I believe, starting a fundraiser in March to get everything propped up for that regional event. Regional events are a great way to go to a national without waiting for 2 years, because it's basically, they can be just as big and cool as a national event. India, did you go to the last regional? the big mid?
I didn't.
Oh, you did not.
I had to work through the big mid, unfortunately, so I
Mm.
didn't get to go, but I lived vicariously through my friends who did get to go.
Well, it was a great time. You can check out our Big Mid episode. I believe we had one last year. Now we're going to switch to
Yes.
some Colorado footage. That's right, folks. So, those of you who have been LARPing for a while, you have played this game, you just don't know it. This is a gathering that happens at some LARP events in the Alliance. It's a type of academia and gatherings of casters. And then we move on to some excellent fight footage from the Colorado area LARPers. And I'm very excited about the Colorado chapter getting up and running. They have India. We're going to throw a link in the chat for their YouTube channel. They had an opening town hall. And where they take questions and explain everything, and that's where you can get all of the updates for the new Colorado chapter of Alliance LARP. There's some really cool chapters out there that I cannot wait to see. This is a lot of the Colorado player base. Great bunch of people, very welcoming. I've always had a blast when I went out there when I can breathe. That altitude can get a little tricky, but it is always a good time. India, you've been out to Colorado. What would you bring away from it?
So I don't struggle with the altitude. I am actually from Colorado originally. So I thrive in the thin air of the Rocky Mountains. It is a very different environment to LARP in from the East Coast here, where we're used to, mountains and stuff, but it's just a very different environment. And because of how large and remote the sites are,
Mm.
it really feels like you are completely removed from society and you are just in the woods, and it's always been such a good time. I can't wait to see what the Colorado chapter does because I love LARPing in Colorado.
Heck
I
yeah.
like LARPing in the snow too, which also kind of makes me crazy, but I can't wait to go LARP in the snow in Colorado again.
Now, I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go look at our archives, but I believe that this is footage from their April event last year. The April
Yeah,
event in
with the
Colorado
amount of
last
snow,
year.
I'd assume
Still
it's
snow on the
April.
ground. That's kind of rare for us in the South. But what we have plenty of the South is trees. And it starts in the Midwest, where you're going to see some kick butt Minnesota footage right here. Back to the castle, back to that wonderful giant zombie that they had right on the bottom here. We're blocking it with our faces now, but you'll see it when the drone comes back around. The giant zombie that they had attacking the walls. Castle event, it is like, it's kind of becoming a tradition among those that travel among the different Alliance chapters, and it's a really cool place to see how the Minnesota chapter has grown in the past 3 years. Again, we've seen ownership handed over a few times in the Minnesota area, and they are such a strong community that, man, they just keep on going and they keep on building. And what Nate and Jonathan are up to out there this year, I cannot wait to see what they get done. We have 2 episodes this year from Minnesota. We have a visit that India did, and the castle event. So we're gonna have 2 kick-ass episodes, Minnesota based, with all those kick-ass Minnesota and Wisconsin and Chicago players that come out to the regular. And of course, our little montage wraps up with the Crossroads site, some of the footage from, I believe, the national event. And that was also...
That looks like nationals, yeah.
It does. That was also quite an experience and quite a blast. I'm trying to look at my information sheet here and make sure I didn't miss anything. We got everybody's... All right, we got everybody's links there. Awesome. Happy to help you guys and get your information out. Other chapters in the Alliance, if you want us to get you some more plugs or come out and visit you and do an episode for you, please let us know. We very much enjoy going on the road and checking out all of the different LARP that is out there. So I believe this is going to wrap up a little bit soon. Something that we cut together for you. We wanted to give you just a couple of shots of things that are coming down the pipe for the channel. But right now, as we're going to fade out of there to this. All right. So I'm going to try to figure this out. What we got next is a contest that you want to tell everybody about. So, folks who are really interested in art and getting something back for their artistic endeavors and helping us build the channel, build LARP, let people know what's going on out there, this is part of it. So, India, take it away and let us know what's up with this contest.
Yes, I have my notes here for the contest. So, essentially, it is a design contest. We are looking to diversify our merch with contributions from you guys in the community. I know there are very talented artists within our player base, and not even to mention within the greater alliance.
Mm.
Um, just from what I've seen in our player base, I'm super excited to see some of these. So it is a design contest for essentially think like T-shirt designs or like sticker designs, things like that. Um, as long as it is your own design, you can submit it. It has to be at least PG content. I don't want like a bunch of swear words all over. You know, we want to be able to sell these stickers and things like that, and have people want to use them. But PG content's great. It can be anything that is Crossroads themed, using any of the NPCs from Crossroads, any of our monsters, anything like that. If you want to use another player, just get their consent first,
Mm-hmm.
in some kind of written form so you can submit it with your design. Uh, it is your own design, but that does not mean you have to hand draw it. If you are more of a graphic designer, you can do a graphic design style things. You can use simple text on words with colors. Whatever you can design is fine, as long as anything that you use that is not your own hand-drawn artwork is licensed for commercial use. Totally fine. Um, it can be any generic LARP content or Crossroads content. We are asking people not to use like inside jokes or NPCs or content from other chapters, as that is their content. So generic LARP content or Crossroads content only. Um, oh, also including the NPCs, feel free to use Jeannie. Jeannie loves being on the merch. She
Yeah,
knows she's the most important, and the way that she can show that is by being on everybody's t-shirts.
it's very true. Very true.
Um, yes, she's the most important. If you need any information about like an NPC, like, oh, I can't remember what this NPC's name is, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to provide that for you. And then every um, submission will get one free XP blanket. So your first submission, you get an XP blanket towards your character of your choice. That only happens once, but if you want to submit more than one design, feel free to do so. Your first submission just gets you that XP blanket, and um, any design that we pick as a winner will receive, I think I said 300 goblin stamps as well for us picking your design as the winners. So if you want to submit like 5 to 7 designs to up your chances of getting picked in that final pool, absolutely do so. If we use more than one of your designs, you'll get more goblin stamps, but you still only get the one XP blanket. And of course, the details of this will be posted in our Discord as well. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me there, and I'd be happy to answer them and help you through this process.
Very much so,
Oh, and
guys.
that goes live. That goes live February 1st. February 1st, it goes live, so you can start submitting as soon as February 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment, I think it's running for the month of February. We may extend it if we keep getting gold content. So for now, it's the month of February.
So that is 29 days in February,
Yes.
and I believe both of us were born in February, so y'all could do us a solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
you could. If you want to do one that's related to my birthday as well, you can absolutely do that. I'll take it. That's fine.
oh, make her a birthday shirt. So yes, guys, we're looking for content. We really want to get a lot of our artwork out there and into the channel as we can. So you will be contributing to this project that we're building, and we'd love to see what you guys come up with and get some stuff out there. Super excited about the folks that we're bringing onto the channel team and where we're headed from there. Now we have the deadline for the art contest. That is good to go. right now. We got another topic or two, but I wanted to give you guys in the chat a chance to throw any questions to us. If you missed the live stream live, you can always watch it later, which is good. A lot of you do. You can leave questions in the chat, in the comments, even after the live stream, and we'll still see them, and we'll put it on the next live stream. Someone recently asked us when they're starting out, and this is a topic that comes up often, whether or not they should NPC their first game. And based on their individual qualifications, not coming with a group of friends, not having a lot of costuming, and not having a large budget, we recommend go NPC, especially at Crossroads where you're going to be part of the production team. So it's more like being a member of a improv play for the weekend than just being cannon fodder getting your butt kicked. I mean, that happens too, but it's part of the job. And you get your costumes, you get your weapons, and you get your training all right there in one kit and caboodle. What do you think about it, India?
I agree. So I actually PC'd my first ever game, and it's like, I mean, it's like a 50-50 down the middle for a lot of people of whether you should play or NPC your first game. Having played my first game as my character, coming in completely unprepared and still having a great time, if I had to do it again, I would NPC my first event. Because I would have avoided some first time LARPer mistakes of like picking the wrong class for my character and then having to change it later. I would have been able to decide that I hated fighting with a bow and not started out as an archer. So I think NPCing is a great way to enter the LARP community because not only do you get, like a Tab said, your training, your costuming to meet people out of game first before you go into the game pretending to be somebody else, you also get to try out the game in multiple different ways. So you can try out each of the different classes and find what you really want to do before you commit to something. So if I could do it again, I would totally NPC my first game.
Awesome. Well, seems like the jury's out on that. Guys, if you have any other questions, please, again, throw them in the chat. Please throw us some likes, throw us some responses online. I'm going to go to the full studio shot right here so I can kind of configure the rest of the screen here so we can show off the next thing that we are going to be plugging. So I have to drag it over here and then clicking, and then I'm clicking, and then it's there. And now we're going to go, which one do I click? Oh no, I picked wrong. Oh. Yes, Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel also mentioned that NPCing is also free. Now, I haven't figured out how to get India's face on here at the same time as this, but we're going to plug our Patreon site real quick. As you can see, these are the Patreon levels that you can get and all of the different merch and such that you get for being a Patreon member, and we are adding one more thing this weekend. So we will be having a new one. Daniel, your 3D camera experience during the National just went live on the channel, so go ahead and check out your sexy lizard. We're going to be recutting some of the virtual reality stuff. We've gotten some better capabilities going forward, so they're going to start changing and becoming hopefully better. So what we have to link with our Patreon, not only do you get the 3D stuff and the wonderful access to them. We're going to drag that down there. There we go. Now we can kind of see India. There's India. Okay. So as we're scrolling through the things that we can get, we also have a discount code that's going to be going up for the shop. So you get what was it again, India? You know the numbers better than I do.
Yeah, so if you are a Hobgoblin or higher tier, you should have received an email to the email you used to sign up for Patreon that has a 10% discount code for all of the merch in our shop. So it is applied in the cart at the end during checkout. So you have that code. It should be in your email, and you should have immediate access and use of that.
Awesome. Oh, heck yeah. Rock on the menagerie. Wonderful to hear from you folks. The menagerie, I just saw them in the chat, so it brought up just something to my head. They're one of those groups that show up like I don't want to say like a bomb, but like they're noticeable immediately. Like they immediately have an impact. Like they're just boom. And it's just, the menagerie is this wonderful group of misfits and loud, just loud costumes, loud expressions, loud attitudes. They're one of my favorite newer groups of players, and they go hard in damn near everything they put. All their costumes, their role play. Shout out to the menagerie. I'm very impressed with your guys' gameplay, and can't wait to see you back out there. So again,
they're also very I would say overly inclusive, because you make eye contact with somebody in the menagerie, suddenly you're also with the menagerie. I think I've been recruited 3 times.
Wonderful. So, if we don't have any more questions, guys, we'd love to see you guys in the chat. We have some swag. We got some merch here that we actually have show up that we wanted to show off. I think India has her mug over there, and I have mine right there. What is the inside color of your mug?
Mine is black.
Mine is...
with an empty tea bag.
Mine's blue, a dark blue. So you can get different color insides of your mugs, and you can get a bag. Now, here's the cool thing about this bag. Folks in the South don't know that this is coming yet, but you Coloradans know, and most of you folks in the Northeast know, shopping bags are going away. Like, there's not a lot of those little plastic shopping bags in, like, Walmart and stuff, so you got to start bringing your own. Why not rep out with one of these? Now, the cool thing about this bag is it has new swag in it every month. So we're going to figure out and get a different set of merch and open it up and see what we got. So this month we have, one of our Alliance Crossroads t-shirts. Ooh, so stylish. I will only try on the leggings for a predetermined set of donations and or t-shirt purchases. But so we got all of this wonderful stuff that you can get to represent. This was something that was one of our most, in the Crossroads chapter, one of our most requested things was just a merchandise store to kind of help us out. So we put in a little legwork, we built the store, and hopefully it's running. Guys, I really hope you check it out. Hope you like it. And if you send in all of those wonderful designs, all of your artwork, we're going to get that t-shirt place cracking. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of your artwork on the channel as we start producing our next season of shows. So our next actual episode is going to be first week of February. We're still shooting for? Yeah? All right. So we're locking ourselves in. So we're going to stay on target and stay and use the force, and we're going to get our first episode out, and you're going to have a brand new Patreons. You're going to have a brand new VR episode with a little bit more production value. I need to rock that. Yes, I do. I do need the Dissidents beanie, don't I? That is a wonderful, wonderful suggestion, and certainly something I'm going to have to try to get. Oh, look, Laura Dessa bought, Laura Dessa's, the folks that, bought the leggings. She really likes them.
Yeah, good.
That's awesome.
They were, I will say, as a, merch designer, they were the hardest things I've ever had to design. And so I'm glad they're comfy at least.
Yeah. Where to put the face.
Yeah.
You chose well. I had different visions in my head that were kind of scary, and I'm happy with the way it went. But folks,
it took a while, but we got there.
Yeah. Again, folks, thank you so much for checking out this live stream, our first one of 2024. Our season is still a 2-month wait off, but we'll be giving you all of the updates in our next live stream, which is the 21st of February. We should have an episode done by then. We should have, I think I got one more VR episode to cut together, and then we'll have all of the other, hopefully a bunch of dates to put up all on our calendar, and then we'll be able to tell you where we're heading so you can come out and LARP with us and get on this channel so you can let everybody know how cool this hobby is. India, you got anything more for us?
I will just say, as a little reminder, that anything you guys purchase from our store is directly fundraising our site improvements. Of course, you can always just donate on our PayPal as normal, but anything that you buy from the store, that goes straight back into our site fund as well. So
Yeah.
we want to do some cool things on the site this year.
Yeah, we're looking at so we use it for channel operations and site operations. So you know, we need a tank of gas for the tractor or something breaks on the lawnmower. It's there for us. We need to get on the road so we can get a chapter opening shot. They throw us 100. We throw 100 to match it, and all of a sudden we have enough gas money to get out and shoot a chapter. Guys, we are pulling ourselves up from our bootstraps. If you go back to our earlier episodes, you are seeing where we began. You're seeing where we're headed. I'm very excited to be part of this project, and India, I'm very proud about where you've come and where you're going, and I'm looking forward to what we build this year. Folks, thank you for checking us out. Remember, let people know about this hobby. Even if it isn't the Alliance system, just getting out there with people outside together is something really important. And if you could do it on the cheap without spending a load of money, it's that much better. So, India, unless you got anything else, folks?
I don't think so.
Well, I thank you so much, folks. This was short but sweet, but we're happy that we were able to get this together for you. No matter how many lefts and rights life tends to swing at us, we're going to do our best to keep this rolling for you and for everybody else that might want to try this hobby. So, guys, remember, until next time, the next thing... I'm all right. Okay, I'm going to get a running start on this one. The next best thing about LARP could be you. See you guys next time. Bye!
Bye.
Oh.